good as our beloved Lee Jackson, to whom we have, as Jan was saying, graciously granted a week of paternity leave because Lee Jackson, isn't it? Addison Lee Jackson, the new, brand new Jackson baby. So congratulations and best of everything to the whole family. So we're here today with Duston McGroarty. He pronounces it in a different way to talk about affiliate marketing. And as usual, before we get started, we'll do our set of intros around the room. And we'll start with you, Duston.
Hi, I'm Duston McGroarty. I don't know how much do I need to tell everybody. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for the intro.
No, just
give us your elevator pitch.
Okay. Yeah. So I've been a marketer since 2010, mostly information marketing and then affiliate marketing as of about 2012 on. So full time, that's what I've done to make money since 2010 is just sit at the computer and turn it into money somehow.
Fantastic. It's a dream, isn't it? I think we've all got that dream. Sure. And over to you, Jan.
Yeah, I'm trying to do what Dustin does, but not with affiliate marketing, but with virtual conferences. I'm Jan. I'm the host of the WP Agency Summit. And I also just sit in front of my computer, do work with Cloudways as a Cloudways Maverick with my beloved Pecha and Lee Jackson.
So I am Pete Chaneri, and also I sit in front of my computer all day trying to make money out of it somehow. And I am a Maverick here at Cloudways with Jan and Lee Jackson. And also I talk about UX and design a lot. And thanks to Jan, soon I will be the host of the summit as well. But more on that very soon. Yoo-hoo. So today, we're really excited about this because I think it's something. So mostly we're agencies, we're freelancers, we are designers, we're developers, but we're all online all day long. And I think that some of us, we all want to make the most out of our presence online. I think all of us read up and learn as much as we can on marketing, and all of the courses that I've taken, where I've met lots of the people that are in our audience today and so on, they all have an element of marketing or how to make money online or but I don't think that any of us is good enough at it. So I think that I really can't wait to find out how the pros do it, because it's, it's the holy grail of being online, really. And so I'm really looking forward to what you're about to tell us, Dustin.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for having me, first of all. So I don't have any pretty slides for anybody, so I don't do anything pretty or graphically enhanced. I much prefer just kind of showing examples instead of staring at slides. So when they asked me to prepare this, really the first thing they said is, how can people get started today? And also, how can they do it ethically? So, we're going to talk about ethics here in just a second. But when I talk to people about what I do, first of all, that's like a 20-minute conversation to even get them to understand what I do. They're like, okay, well, cool. How can I do that? And the first thing I ask them is, what are you passionate about? What do you already have knowledge in or expertise in? That's like a shortcut to putting yourself in front of other people, because it doesn't matter what it is. There's somebody out there that's willing to either pay for your knowledge or give something in exchange for it. Something that maybe you just think is not even worth anything. But the truth is, there's somebody out there that wants to know stuff that you already know. Maybe you kind of forgot already. But that's the first thing is one of the first shortcuts is, do you have any existing knowledge or expertise that you can use to kind of shortcut your way there? And we'll talk about kind of how to use that here in a little bit, but that's really the first thing. And the second thing is, where can you add value? It's kind of the same thing, but when you think about where you can add value, it's like, what do people ask you to do? What do they call you on the phone and ask your advice for? Because that means that you have some kind of experience in that little area of expertise. So these are just kind of like quick and easy shortcuts to kind of figure out what direction to go online. And do you have any existing assets? So if you already have a website or a blog, or maybe you have an email list, that's awesome. Or have you written any kind of content in the past? Content is kind of king still online. It's what people go online to do, is find content, consume it. So those are some kind of like, quick and easy shortcuts to figure out, where you're best suited online to get started as an affiliate. So,
and can I just say, yeah. I think that one really important point to make is that I still hear so many people that say, oh, but what I know is of no interest to anyone. That's only my tiny little hobby. I'm like, no, it is. You'll be amazed. Yeah. Like, for instance, I remember when Udemy started, there was someone who had a course on how to make beer at home that made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, and sure. right now, if someone had a guide on how to look after hibiscus plants properly, because they keep getting insects and so on, I would buy it. So never think there's online. That's the beauty of the internet, that there's always going to be someone interested, and your point of view is always valid, because what you think everybody knows, no, it's not true. Only you know it. So value your own knowledge.
Go to Amazon Books, go to the book section on Amazon, and just look at all of the different how-to categories. And like you're saying, there's a book on everything, like the dummies books, like dummies.com. There are just hundreds and hundreds of different books on every topic you could ever think of, stuff you've never even heard of before. And for them to make a book on it, it means that there's enough interest there to in that topic. So,
and especially when you're running a business already, you have some expertise in that field. Otherwise, you wouldn't run the business. So if you are a freelancer already, just create content around what you do in your daily work.
Yeah, exactly. There's stuff that you're doing every day out of habit, and you just kind of forget that you had to learn that at some point, and you went somewhere to learn that online, probably. That's how I'm self-taught on all this stuff. So somebody out there did it before me, and now there's going to be, other people wanting to learn, and I can teach them how to do it. So, all right. So ethics in affiliate marketing is something that doesn't get talked about a lot. And I'm really glad that they asked me to talk about this, because personally, I think that doing it the right way is actually just easier, and it will make you more money in the long run. You can't just expect to pay for a click or get a free click somewhere and send them to a product and hope that they buy. A small percentage of them will. But really, trust is what drives the sale. And it's, think of it as like a recommendation from a friend. When you're looking to buy something, are you going to take the advice of a stranger or the advice of a friend that you've known for 10 years? It's a pretty obvious choice. So building the relationship is really the secret to, being successful in affiliate marketing. And doing that is you're just being ethical by default. Like you don't even have to think about it. It just kind of comes along with the territory. So to me, the biggest thing is just focusing on building a long-term, we're really building a long-term asset, but long-term followers, relationships with those followers, and avoid just trying to make money fast. I found that anytime that somebody is trying to just make money fast, all of the other stuff, the important stuff, kind of goes out the window, and they forget that in order to make money, first of all, you've got to do it the right way, and you've got to be ethical in the way that you do it. To me, you can make money fast, but there's a lot of preparation that has to happen ahead of time. So it's kind of like the overnight millionaire type of thing. Like, it may have taken you a year to work up to that $1 million, but you can make $1 million in a day if you planned ahead for that whole year leading up to it. So just avoiding the quick buck is really, what's probably the best advice I could give anybody as far as ethics and affiliate marketing goes. You guys have any input on that? Like, I'm curious to hear like what people think of affiliate marketing who don't do this every day, because I know it tends to get a bad rap for. It does,
and that's the point, and that's why. Thank you for talking about ethics, because, and thank you for confirming that it is important, because it does have a little bit of a bad rap, especially when it's done in a spammy way, or in fact, when you think about it, it's if done in the right way, it actually helps spread content, and it helps everyone, as we were chatting earlier. But the funny thing, what you were saying about the quick buck, I mean, it doesn't exist anyway. No one, unless you win the lottery, no one makes, or unless you are, maybe if you're a criminal, like properly, seriously, then maybe you can, but otherwise you can't. There is no quick way of making $1 million online. As you were saying, maybe you make it in a day, but maybe you've been working 10 years towards that day, because really it's you need to play the long game in a way. Yeah,
I couldn't agree more. And especially, as you said, you have to win the trust of the people that you're marketing to. So it's the same as I hope we all go about doing our businesses, no matter whether that's affiliate marketing or selling services, is if you scam people into buying something, inevitably it will catch up on you, and inevitably you'll pay the bills afterwards, and you get some negative repercussions or whatever. But as Peter said, I'm glad that you're bringing up the long-term approach over just making a quick buck.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's really what I teach all the students that I've trained over the years, is that I don't teach the typical affiliate marketing tricks and tactics that, work today, but not tomorrow. It's all about building an asset. And I'm really just taking what I learned in working with my dad and his online business, which is a gardening business. And we sell our own information products over there. And it's really centered around building an email list. So I've really taken what I learned there and just applied it to affiliate marketing. So
maybe your dad can tell me about the hibiscus.
Probably. I'm sure he can.
I can't believe it. That's really cool. I love gardening. Really great.
He's done it since first website was in 1999 that he registered.
Wow.
Freeplants.com is still up and live today.
Freeplants.com.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
We have a great comment from Rama Raju. Sorry for butchering your name potentially. He said everybody nowadays wants instant solutions, like instant delivery, instant coffee, instant noodle, and instant cash. And he said it's crazy expectations that will inevitably fail. And I think we all agree with this statement.
Yep, that's a great point for sure. Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, let's get into the meat of this presentation. This what kind of everybody comes to me and asking, how do I drive traffic and how do I get free traffic? And they tend to ask the wrong questions, but they just don't know what to ask. That's the problem. So kind of what I have here is a list of what I consider to be the best free evergreen traffic sources online right now in 2020 and going into 2021. A lot of these have worked for a number of years previously, but I still feel like these are going to be and will be the top sources for the next at least 3 or 4 years. So what I mean by evergreen is when you compare it to posting a status on Facebook. Maybe you have 500 friends on Facebook, post a status that it has a shelf life. It goes away, kind of just disappears into the ether after 24 hours. So you'll get a boost of traffic if you put a link in that post, but it's gone and just kind of disappears in 48 hours or whatever. So evergreen traffic to me, if I'm going to take the time to do traffic, I'm going to put a little time into creating a piece of content or whatever. I'm going to put it somewhere where it's going to work for me 24/7, 365, and I only had to do the work one time. So all of these sources that I'm going to show here are all evergreen traffic sources. So what I'm going to do is kind of bounce back and forth between the slides and some examples, if that's okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Absolutely. So
forums, like if you've been online.
They still exist.
What's that?
Forums still exist.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to show you, like, I personally I don't do that anymore, but it's worthy enough to be on this list. So I went to Google and just to see earlier if it was still there, and it is. So list of evergreen niches. People want to know, like, what are the best niches to get into as an affiliate. So what I did really a long time ago, like 2012, I think, is I just went around and scraped together a big list of these niches, and I posted it to the Warrior Forum, which is a popular internet marketing forum. And it's still getting ranked on the first page of Google for list of evergreen niches. So this is the piece of content that I really just real quick. It probably only took me, 10, 20 minutes to do this.
That's amazing. So it's a marketing forum, is it?
Yeah, it's a forum all about internet marketing. So, you go there. I spent a lot of time in this forum when I was getting started, not only to learn, but also to get traffic. So I used this forum to get traffic back to my site. You can see right here in my signature, this is a link to my website. So that
is a really smart approach. It really is, and you are delivering so much value with that list as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like a lot of people go into forums and they'll just spam them. They'll just share their link. But doing this, it's like a 2-for-1 deal. You're not only getting exposure inside the forum, like you're getting traffic from Google too. Yeah.
And it's like Anastasio says, affiliate marketing is not about the commission. It is about providing value and insight to your audience along with your knowledge and experience.
Yep.
You're just proving that point.
Yeah, for sure. So forums, without a doubt, still alive and well. If you're willing to, put the time in to deliver value, like don't just get greedy and go in there and put your links all over the place. It's the fastest way to just get nothing. You're not going to get any kind of feedback or anything from that. People just aren't going to like it, But this thing, I don't know, they used to show, oh yeah. So it was thanked by 61 users inside the forum. And again, this is over like 8 years, but this is just one example. So the next thing is Quora. I'm sure everybody knows what Quora is by now. There's just so much. It's really a forum. It's the same thing as a forum.
Yeah.
I really have done the same thing there, but it's a little bit different. Like you can go there and just post content, but I find that it's better to answer people. For a number of reasons. It positions you as like an authority or as an expert, first of all, if you're answering them and giving them advice. But it's also a way for you to really link out to if you have other content. So this is one of my blog posts, and it's relevant to their question. So the question is, how do I make money using Outbrain, which is a native ad network? And I've been doing native ad stuff for 4 or 5 years now. So I, answered the question and gave them some advice. And on my blog, I have this is really like a review for a spy tool for native advertising. And I'm an affiliate for that tool. So it's kind of again, another 2-for-1 deal where I'm using a website to get the exposure and the free traffic, and it's evergreen. If you go to Google and type, make money with Outbrain or something, this question from Quora pops up. People click it and they see my answer, and then they click through and go to my website. So It's got 500 views. It's not very popular, but that probably took me 4 minutes or so to type that. So
one thing I found with Quora is that sometimes people like to get into fights there about answers being right or being wrong. So I'm a bit hesitant to do that. Is it just because I don't have my skin isn't thick enough to take those hits?
Yeah, if that's it. It's just being confident in yourself and your expertise. That's it.
I mean, Jan, if you think about it, that happens all the time on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit. It's basically anything that you post out there. I mean, Facebook, maybe it's a bit safer because
Facebook
is more likely to be your echo chamber, or you're in a company of friends. But however, that's the nature. I would just ignore it. I think
that's true.
You just ignore it.
Cool. So the next one is guest posting, and
okay. So do you think there's still value in that?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like everybody, your immediate reaction is like, "Oh, I thought that stopped working a long time ago."
Yeah.
But it's the same with email, like building an email list. Like, oh, email is dead. Nobody checks their email. Like I check my email like 1 million times a day, and it's still my number one source of income comes from. So guest posting for sure. This is our gardening, one of our gardening sites. My dad is Mike. This
cool. I'm gonna look it all up.
Sorry, what?
I love that your dad has all these gardening websites. I'm gonna look them all up.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're his email newsletter is really good too if you're interested in getting that. But this post, so somebody just emailed me and asked if we would be interested in having him do a guest post on our blog for this how to build your own solar power generator. So it's not really directly related to gardening, but I knew that our audience would find it valuable. So he put this together, just a real simple, basically like a step-by-step how to build your own little solar power generator. And these links are his affiliate links.
I mean, honestly, it's hard for me right now to think of anything cooler than a solar powered generator. I want one immediately.
Yeah, it is. It is super cool.
I mean, I live on the top of a building in an extremely hot country. I just want this.
Yeah, and this did very well. We emailed in our newsletter. We linked out to this blog post, and he messaged me back about 3 or 4 days after the email went out and said that he already made almost $2,500 from that one email that we sent to that blog post. So,
nice.
And now this just gets traffic organically from Google, and we've got links that point to it from a couple different places, but it's an asset. It's another free evergreen piece of content that you've got out online to just continually bring traffic to you. So it's do it once, benefit forever.
The idea behind this is you get content for free, essentially. The content writer gets paid using his own affiliate links, but then you are monetizing the content through selling your own info products.
Right. Yeah. It's a win-win, and those are the best kind of deals is finding the win-wins. It's the reason like Quora exists and the word forum, like they create the place for people to gather, and then you create the content for them, and then you make money from that. So
sorry, what is your dad selling with this?
So we actually sell it's really a business opportunity. This is really an ad for the product, and it teaches people how to start their own backyard nursery. So how to grow plants and then sell them, like to the public, retail.
Fantastic. This really talks to me quite directly. Do you, I don't want to digress too much because I'm sure there's a lot of ground to cover, but what about SEO? So do you bother with it?
Yes. So we do with the gardening sites for sure. That's right now, it's our number one traffic source is organic traffic from Google.
Amazing.
We have over 1,000 pieces of content spread across 4 different websites, and they're all like we purposely created them for SEO traffic. They're targeted around one very specific thing, each article. So with affiliate marketing, I do with some of the stuff. So like I showed the Quora, like the native ad spy tool. I specifically targeted a keyword that would that I knew I could rank for pretty quickly, because I get recurring commissions on that product, promoting that product. So it's worth my time to create a nice post one time and then get traffic for that recurring commission product.
Cool, right. So just one last question, I'll let you get on. Do you hire writers for these for sites?
So
you do. Okay.
I didn't think about mentioning that here. I forgot, but yeah. So for this specific website, I hired a writer for I think about 39 different articles or so, and total was about I don't want to say it was less than $2,000 for all the articles, and they've generated over 600,000 unique visitors for us since I got those written.
Amazing.
And the average article is about 1,000 words. Usually it was about $20-25 a piece. So
wow.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't 2,000. Maybe it was less than 1,000. I don't remember.
Impressive.
So YouTube, kind of a pretty obvious one. I know a lot of people are like afraid of getting in front of the camera and all that, but there's a lot of different things you can do to where you don't have to get in front of the camera. It's just a matter of whether or not you are the one with the experience or expertise, or if you want to do kind of what I'm doing here. So that, just a very basic slideshow. It's the content that people care about. The way you deliver it doesn't matter. Like a perfect example is, again, back to our gardening stuff. The videos that we have on here, they're all shot with an iPhone. Some of them with like an iPhone 4, where it's like really blurry and all that, but like it doesn't matter. Like people care about.
Perfectionism stops me. So you're telling me to not be perfect.
Yep, you can't.
Maybe because I'm a designer, so.
Yeah, like if you worry about little stuff like that, you'll just it'll never take off. You'll never launch it. So just get stuff out there. Get the it's just about momentum, and getting a little bit of morale and getting something out there and seeing the people really appreciate it. It's all it takes for you to keep wanting to do it. So
yeah.
But really why I wanted to show this was back when I first started, like 2010, my dad and I would do like a video or 2 or even 3 videos in one day, but we would do them around like one very specific topic, each video around one very specific topic. And by the end of the first summer, we had over 200 videos out there. And now those videos just keep generating traffic for us, like 18 million views on this entire channel.
Whoa.
And we don't you create the video once and people see it. At the end of the video, you say, hey, here's my website, go check it out. To me, there's no easier way to get exposure for any type of website, business, anything, very quickly too. As long as you're giving people value, it's the same as everything before. The content is what is the kind of the deciding factor of whether or not somebody's going to want to pursue what you're doing. Click through and go to your website or whatever. So.
And I assume that with YouTube as well, you do SEO, because there's lots of SEO opportunities with YouTube. So there's always a little bit of. So we're saying 2 things at the same time here. We're saying it's easy. You just have to do it. Don't stop. Don't try. We've said it before. Just take imperfect action, just do it. But you will have to put in the work. In a sense, you'll have to look for keywords. You have to create relevant content. The content has to be good quality. You're not saying at all. You're saying the opposite. You're giving value, and you're going to have to do a little bit of work with your copy and your keywords.
Right. Yeah, for sure. So
do you have a certain structure to those videos? Like, is there a formula that you follow in order to be able to pump out so many videos?
Not for the gardening stuff. Like, no, my dad's just really good at standing up and just talking about whatever it was that he needs to talk about. No script. In his mind, I'm sure he has some kind of an outline, but yeah, we don't. It's like, hey, let's go do a video, and get your phone or the iPad or whatever is closest, and yeah.
Damn, I was looking for the magic bullet here.
I was going to show this video here because it's a native, the same native ad spy tool, but I really created this video to promote it as an affiliate. So you were talking about SEO. You have to name the video exactly what people are searching for. That's just how SEO works. You got to have the keyword there. You got to have it in the description. So with software is the absolute easiest thing to promote as an affiliate, because you can just show them what it does. How does it work? You show them all the secrets and everything, and then you're selling it for them. So, but yeah. Other than that, I didn't really do anything to this. So about, a little bit over a year old and 5,000 views. It's not a lot, but it's a good product, pays out well, and it pays recurring commissions. So,
yeah.
Giveaways. So I don't have any examples of this. We've done some giveaways in the past. I've taught this in a few different trainings, and a couple of students have done very, very well, where they created a giveaway in a specific niche as an affiliate with the whole goal of building an email list. So for giveaways, like the way giveaways work is people enter their email address in to get something, whatever it is you're giving away. And you get those email addresses. And one of the students, in the first 24 hours that he launched this giveaway, had almost 300 subscribers on his email list, and just doing nothing but free traffic. And one of probably the biggest secrets is just go to Google and type in giveaway websites or something like giveaway websites, and you'll see one of the first listings is 20 sites where you can post your giveaway. And you can go in there and you get just tons and tons of free traffic from sites they only exist to promote giveaways, to let people know, hey, there's a giveaway here about, I don't even know. Actually, I did have an example of that. I forgot about one.
Jan, did you know about this?
I'm not, but I'm taking a note that I will promote all the virtual booths for the summit in there, because on my event, there will be giveaways, 10 or 11 giveaways probably in the end. So thank you for that tip, Dustin. That might just change my life.
Yeah, but you could also do a giveaway for the summit. You could get lots of signups to the summit, promising an all access, a lifetime access pass as a giveaway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You need to use, that site's not coming up, but that's okay. You need to use software too to manage it. So there's all kinds of software. What is it? King Sumo, I think, is a free one, and it just gives people they get more entries if they share it, or if they go your Facebook page or something like that. There's a lot of different tools that you can use to get people to basically share your giveaway for you. So
that's really a really good tip, and that also goes to show. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not using this for affiliate marketing. So whenever we do these webinars, for those people watching, be open-minded about what we talk about and see how you can implement that in your own business. It's not always the way we promote it, but it might still be worth thinking about it.
Yeah, a lot of my biggest wins have come from markets so far away from affiliate marketing, then I just take that and apply it to affiliate marketing. And you just got to kind of keep an open mind. How can I use these tips or strategies or whatever for what I'm doing?
Love it.
So the last one is Pinterest, and I saved it for last because it's my favorite. And it's like we were talking before we started. A lot of people just don't even realize how powerful Pinterest is for affiliate marketing and really any kind of marketing and driving traffic. I have our analytics account pulled up for that Mike's Backyard Nursery site just to show you the potential that it has, even when you don't do anything to promote it. Like, so with this website, we don't do anything to get this Pinterest traffic. We don't even have an account for that website on Pinterest. This is just from people going to our website and, quote unquote, pinning things to Pinterest that they like. So 32,000 free visitors, and this is within the last year, to this website from Pinterest. It's our top referral traffic source.
So do you think that it helps to have content that's quite visual, because this is plants, so plants are quite pretty to look at? Do you think that helps, or does it not matter? Do you think it would work for other niches where maybe if you're selling tractors or
so it'll literally work for anything. So
wow,
I should have pulled this up ahead of time too, but I put up this website kind of as a test just to prove
not sexy.
No, just to see if it would work. Because none of this content is mine. Like I wanted to figure out a way to use Pinterest because it was so powerful, but I didn't want to have to create the content myself. So like you can see, I still have like the ads that come with the WordPress theme in here. So I tested this. I just put just a YouTube video on a WordPress post, and then I pinned my WordPress posts to Pinterest. And just kind of, so I did 20 of these in one day. That was back about a year ago. And I checked a couple months ago and found out that my traffic stats just went like this over time with this site, and I didn't touch it in a year.
Wow.
And it wasn't even just from Pinterest. It was from Google as well. And I have nothing, there's hardly any content on here. It's literally just a video. And this was like the description that was below the YouTube video.
So what you've done here is that you have actually helped the author of the video, because their video gets the views.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's really a win-win-win. Pinterest gets content from me, I get content from YouTube, and the person who made the video gets views on their video. You can see this one got pinned 116 times.
So if we went to our websites now and pinned all our posts to Pinterest, we would see a raise in traffic.
If you just getting your stuff on Pinterest is enough. Like that's all you have to do. People will find it, and then it's just kind of a viral thing. But again, it goes back to SEO. So people go to Pinterest and they use Pinterest just like they do Google or YouTube. They go there and they click in the search bar and they type exactly what they're looking for. So when you're pinning things in there, you can create the title. I mean, really, you should be creating the title on your page anyways to be SEO for Google. So if you do it right here, then it'll automatically just populate it into Pinterest. If not, then you need to kind of think about that when you're pinning it to Pinterest.
Wow, this is really exciting stuff. I feel a mixture of really a bit stupid for not knowing about this and super excited because now I know.
Yeah,
I'm glad that I'm not alone.
We still ignore Pinterest completely for this business, for the gardening stuff, and it's really a very popular niche on Pinterest. It's landscaping ideas, like all that type of stuff is a very popular niche, and we just still ignore it. But like you can't ignore that. Like I have 32,000 visitors for free in a year, and we didn't even do anything. We just had content that people pinned. And somehow we keep getting traffic from it, like more than YouTube even, which is insane because we have so many YouTube videos out there. Like we tried hard on YouTube.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that so up to now we haven't even started talking about affiliate marketing. We've just been talking on how to get traffic anyway. So this is completely universally useful. Whether you ever want to make money as an affiliate, why wouldn't you? But or not, this is amazing. This is amazing.
That's what like makes affiliate marketing so cool is you don't need anything special. Like it's still the basic marketing stuff that drives the entire business. What you promote kind of doesn't really matter as long as it's useful to the audience you have. Like you need that audience before you can even promote anything. You can't just start with a product and think about like, how can I promote this? You know, you have to think about the audience first. So,
yeah. And coming back to that gardening and the visual appeal of stuff, it ties into the audience point that you just made. You would be surprised how big some audiences can be. I got into aquascaping recently through a friend of mine. It's like not having an aquarium, but building the aquarium in a way that it reflects nature. So it's like the nerd approach to really perfecting how you place the elements and what type of fish. How
am I not surprised? How am I not surprised that you get the nerd approach to building an aquarium, Jan?
Yeah, the issue why I'm not executing this is because I want to automate all the feeding and fertilizing and stuff, so it gets super expensive.
Zapier for fish. Zapier for fish.
Oh yeah, but diving into that market has really surprised me how big the audience is. I mean, there are YouTube videos with hundreds of thousands and millions of views on how to position a stone in a damn aquarium.
Right.
It's insane if you think about it.
Yeah. No, it is, man. I understand because we like the videos on YouTube that we have in gardening, like it shocks us the ones that get the most views. It's like almost the ones that we're like, yeah, we should probably do a video on that. It ends up being like the best video, you know, like it's crazy.
Right. So I just want to say, Dustin, how are you feeling from time? Because we keep diverting you and we've got about 20 minutes left.
Yeah, I'm good.
So I know that you're gonna come back on, so that's great, and I'm sure that people will have more questions and will want to see. So yeah,
cool.
That's okay. Great stuff. Yes, long-term income streams from affiliate marketing. I'm all ears.
Yep. So like I was saying, it starts with the audience. You know, you can't start with a product ever because as an affiliate, you don't own that product. The product could be gone tomorrow. You don't have control over it. So the only way to have any kind of a consistent, like full-time or long-term income is to have your own media channel is really what it is. There's a lot of different media channels you can have, but you've got to have some kind of a following or an audience that will, just listen to what you're saying and really buy whatever you recommend, whether it's something today, tomorrow, or a year from now. You got to focus on building that following. And that's really like, it's kind of like the thing I want to talk about at the end, actually, which is the biggest mistake people make as affiliate marketers is not building an email list or an asset. You know, they'll even focusing, like talking about the media channel, focusing on, say, social media. And like, I'm going to grow, like a lot of people want to grow their Instagram following, which is great. You know, it's awesome. It's a place to interact and engage with people. But like what happens if Instagram just shuts down?
Exactly. Or they shut down your account because you've done something you don't even know what. So these are things that we say all the time as well. It's have your own email list and have your own platform. In WordPress, professionals always say that have your own, you have your own channel, have your own platform, whatever that is, and have your own list. It's super.
Yep.
Because basically, if you have a Facebook page, you don't have a Facebook page. Facebook has a page with your name on it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's Facebook's asset at that point. You're just kind of borrowing it, and you're making some money from it. But to me, I want control over my my income. I don't want it to be in the hands of other people, and because you just never know what could happen. And they make the rules when it's on their site. When it's yours, it's your email list. You can send whatever you want to those people, and to me, there's nothing more important than building an email list. And that's even outside of affiliate marketing. I mean, it's any business, any local business, agencies, like anything where you need a to sell something to somebody, you should have an email list.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think that's the last thing I have. Yep. That's all I have for slides. So is there, like, I kind of left this open-ended for like a reason, because some people don't understand the connection between email and affiliate marketing, but I kind of wanted to see if there was any questions specifically. So,
I have hundreds of questions.
I'm
sure. Yeah. So I'll start, and then I'm sure, Jan, you have your own question. So my question is, so I think the way you've presented it is really interesting, because basically what you've done is you've showed us a niche, gardening, that your father is a real expert in. So that makes complete sense. So you started from that. So in there you sell affiliate products. But I guess that from there, correct me if I'm wrong, from what I understand, that's where you started. And then from there, you became an affiliate marketing person. So that's what you do. You don't do gardening. So what other niches how did you go about choosing your niche? That's my first question. Then I have another question.
Sure.
And I will write it in the chat, Jan, so that you know, because it may be the same question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how I choose niches is going to be a couple different things. Either going back to the very first slide, what do I have knowledge or expertise in, or what am I interested or passionate about? Because if it's not either of those, it's not enough for me to want to get up every day and work on that business as an affiliate. So I need to be able to add some kind of value to the people that I'm promoting the product to, for me to want to even get into that niche. So those are really the main requirements for me. Like a lot of people, you don't have to do that. Like, you can get into any niche and sell anything, but those are my personal requirements.
So give us an example of another niche where you went and built an affiliate business. I think that's tops. It's kosher. It means that you're authentic always.
Yeah. So I mean, marketing is really it was the obvious choice. There's a lot of software products out there, and marketing is my full-time deal anyway. So knowledge is already there. So that's what I do for like my DustonMcGroarty.com is a lot of affiliate stuff, software stuff. And then a couple other businesses are more like passion type stuff. So I was in the dog niche, where I love dogs. So and that actually turned into where I was selling my own information product in the dog niche. And that happens from time to time, as I'll get into a niche as an affiliate, and I'll promote affiliate products, building an email list, but then I'll create my own information product, like an ebook, to sell to that same.
Was it an ebook that you were selling?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
May I ask what the ebook was on?
It was called 112 Dog Hacks. So it was kind of like a mixture of, natural cures and stuff for dogs, like essential oil recipes for dogs. And
that is so cool. So my brother loves dogs, and he's always had Irish setters. In the same vein, if he doesn't, I bet that he wouldn't dream of thinking that his knowledge on them has value, and it just does so much. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like that's why I said, if you're like looking for a niche, I know the current situation may prevent you from going to a bookstore, and there really aren't that many bookstores left. But if there are a bookstore you can go to and look at all of the different books in like the nonfiction category, or like Barnes and Noble here, they've got just racks and racks of magazines. If there's a magazine in a niche, it's because that there's enough money being spent in that niche. It's worth getting into. So, if you're knowledgeable in any of those things, then people will be willing to pay you money.
Sorry, completely hogging this topic. Yeah, and I'll give you some airspace very soon.
No worries at all. I enjoy listening.
No, another question related to that. I think that one thing that actually stops people very often, and it happened with my sister, who's a creative person. And she says, well, but there's loads of people already doing it, and they do it much better. They do it great. And so why would I do it? What value would it have? And I just think that that's a rubbish excuse, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because you add your own unique perspective to it. You're going to see it differently than a lot of other people, and there's going to be people out there that see it the same way you do, and they're going to connect to you not only for that, but for other reasons that you're not even really thinking of.
Yeah, great. So whoever's listening, don't think that everybody's talking about already in your niche. Don't think that if it's a crowded niche, you shouldn't have a go, because you should.
Yeah. Competition just is validation, I think. I would rather be afraid entering a market where there's no other business selling something, because that's for a reason. We are not smart enough to discover new markets.
A virgin market is really, really difficult. And I know because a really good friend of mine is an amazing skater. A skating instructor. She's fantastic at teaching. And she started making online teaching videos and courses for skating when no one else had even ever attempted. Because the thing is, how can you teach such a difficult sport online? And so she had a really hard time at the beginning because there was no one in her niche. And now it exploded with COVID. It's a lot of sports have gone crazy with COVID, right. And now she's laughing. But again, it took her maybe 15 years. She started really early, so 10 years at least. So it's not like, again, it's definitely not a quick buck. But anyway, I'll shut up now because Jan, you had a question too.
Yes, I do. And it's essentially, I think what many people watching this are wondering is, how do we set this up as a side business? So with the Cloudways audience, most of the people we are targeting with these webinars already have established businesses. But let's face it, everybody can use a second or third or fourth or fifth income stream. So what would you say is a good way to build that evergreen traffic to an affiliate site so that we can support our agency or our main business?
Yeah, the way that I would approach it is just pick out like one really, really tiny thing that you can be an expert in as quickly as possible. So like the example that I showed the video on how to spy on native ads, this was something that a lot of people weren't, they didn't even really know at the time that I did this, that there were tools out there like this. So,
I don't know. I know nothing about this.
Yeah, so like the ads that you see below on news sites that say you may also be interested in, those are native ads. This tool allows native advertisers to see all the ads that other people are running all over the place, and you can see data on them. How long was it running? What network, what country, what device was it running on? If you click through this, you can see the landing page that people go to if they click on the ad. So it's really like specialized knowledge, getting way down and granular as far as you can and starting there and just picking out that one place that you can be the expert in, I think is, to me, the fastest way at least to build up a little bit of a side income stream. So that example, it doesn't pay me out that much money, but it's about $1,000 a month just from that, promoting that native advertising spy tool, because it's a recurring product. You can promote a recurring affiliate product that promotes a recurring commission. Do it because it just makes sense. You make the sale one time, but you get paid for it every single month. So
that's a really good point. And we do have one question that came up from the audience, from Anastasios again. And it's more about segmentation in the email list itself. So he asked about whether we should apply segmentation based on what somebody signed up for and what they got, and send them specialized emails, or treat the entire list as one and just send one email to the entire list.
Yeah, so it's as segmented as you can get without defeating the point. So like with our gardening list as an example, they get on that list for a ton of different reasons, but we really only sell one product. So we don't segment it very far. We could, because a lot of people are interested in certain things, but our goal is to sell that one product. So we don't segment that list very much. On the other hand, with marketing, I segment my list tremendously because it's affiliate marketing, it's paid advertising, it's free traffic, native advertising. So somebody that got onto my email list because they're interested in free traffic, they don't care about native advertising or Facebook ads. They want free traffic. So I only send them stuff about free traffic.
Yeah, it makes total sense. So keep it as relevant as possible without micromanaging your list, I would say.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, interesting. And I wish we could run this webinar for another 2 hours because there's so many questions, but I'm glad that you are coming up again for another webinar soon.
Yes. So Dustin is coming again, but in the meantime, you teach as well, don't you, Dustin? People can take courses from you. This is Dustin's website, which is full of chock-a-block, as you can imagine, full of information, free resources, products. The blog post has got so much in it, and some case study that make my eyes water when I see the results that you advertise. So very, very interesting. In fact, it's a potential rabbit hole, people. So keep focused. Yeah. And I'm pretending I'm talking to you people out there. I'm talking to myself. So keep the focus. So I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, use all this that we've learned today and that we can carry on learning from Dustin as something that accompanies what you're already doing. I think all of us who already have a business, who actually we know our audience quite well. If you don't, then start from there, and then identify something that you can do easily because you already know about it and it accompanies your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. So basically today we've learned mostly really about good content and good traffic. So we've looked at how to choose a niche and why we choose that specific niche is clues because we like it and we know it already. Then we've talked about the best free evergreen sources of traffic. We've talked about how we should always have our own platform and not borrow anybody else's, because otherwise it's as if you rented a house and you spent, $500,000 in doing it up, and then the next day, you get kicked out. So no, don't do that. And then we looked at, so I'm not as good as Lee is doing the summary thing because I get lost along the way.
It's good that we have the replay on, though.
Yes, luckily. Sorry, people. So the evergreen traffic content traffic drivers, I managed to say it. We uncovered secrets about Pinterest that will change our lives as we knew it. And then also the number one mistake, not building an email list. You always should do that. And when you choose your niche, also if you're not sure, always start from what you love. If you don't already have a business, because not everybody does. So if you don't, then choose something you already know and love. And even if it's super tiny, very specific, such as how to grow healthy hibiscus plants, you would have me as your audience. So do it. In fact, some people say that the more specific the niche, the better. It's better to be very specific than to be very broad. So in this first webinar, we haven't actually even started talking about the actual business of being an affiliate. We've just talked about content, which I think is great. So I think we're well prepped for when Dustin is going to come back on and talk to us more about it. But in the meantime, as we were saying, you can visit Dustin's website and keep on learning from him. Great. So I think we have like about 30 seconds left. As Lee would say, we're coming into land. So I think we're going to say our goodbyes soon, and we're going to do the round of the room as we always do, letting people know how to best get in touch with us. And we'll start from our Dustin.
Yeah. So my website right there is really where I put any kind of content for free. And then I have a number of training courses on there too. But I'm on Facebook, that's really the only social media thing that I get on. But yeah, so feel free to, reach out to me on Facebook.
Great. We definitely will. What about you, Jan?
For me, Facebook is the best place too, and that is my Facebook group, WP Mastery.
Right. If you know how to spell my name, you can basically find me anywhere because I'm the only one called Piccioneri, so that should be enough. But otherwise, my Facebook group, Design for Geeks. And at the moment, I'm also quite enjoying LinkedIn, so you can find me there as well, and Twitter occasionally. and soon Pinterest.
There you
for
go.
Sure. It converted me. I started saying, I don't like it, and I'm totally the opposite. Right, so Lee isn't with us, but shall we do the cheesy wave just in honor of Lee? I think we should do
Let's
that.
do it, yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make an episode. We have to do a cheesy wave until we... Bye.
Bye. And now I have the power to end that cheesy wave. That's a good feeling.